Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abu Michael Danjuma. I'm your host today on Emirate TV, and I'm not low on energy, but this topic we are going to discuss today has thrown me in this composure and this mood. There's a popular word that's flying everywhere on social media, on our newspaper, everywhere. Just 4 letter words, Japa. As funny as it sounds, as trendy as it comes with its own sides. You can imagine someone selling a land in Nigeria only to go abroad to work hard for many years to buy land in Nigeria. You can imagine the risks people are taking just to get that greener pasture, the lies, everything to get in green paper. They just want to go outside. They want to cross. They want to escape Nigeria by all means. It's sad, but I will not be on this topic alone. I have with me
Mr. Austin Oyibode.
and
Idude Emmanuel.
so we're going to be looking at this Japa syndrome. This word that is everywhere. Day in, day out, professionals everywhere, medical doctors, nurses. In fact, people now are deliberately studying nursing because they want to travel out. People are applying for masters because they want to travel out. They are doing everything within their power to escape Nigeria. Japa, are they living or they are staying? Sir, what's your take on this topic?
Yes, Japa. Japa is not actually English language. It's a coinage from people migrating from Nigeria
Like
majorly
Japa.
to another country. So it just started a few years back actually. Then the trend started a few years back, and I can't really tell how the language came about Japa, but it has become a trendy language in Nigeria, which has to do with people migrating, leaving Nigeria, traveling out of the country. To them, there's no better life in Nigeria. According to them, while they're living, there's no better life in Nigeria, and they feel that it is more greener or more profitable and more enjoyable to them over there. And over there, maybe in the US, UK, Canada, Germany, those kind of countries where they feel like life is better, Belgium for them, better than Nigeria. And then most of the people that move, that Japa, they are majorly in the medical field, doctors, nurses. That is why if you visit most of the hospitals in Nigeria today, almost every day they are leaving, because to them the payment is not commensurate to what they are putting into the services of Nigeria. So they feel like leaving the country and go outside to make more money. And actually when they get over there, they pay them higher good money, more than what they get paid. Imagine receive pay in Nigeria like 300k for a doctor, and when he goes outside there, the dollar is received when it's compared to the naira rate in Nigeria, is about 1 million naira. What do you say? He has to move at least to get to better his own life. But Nigerian government actually wanted to stay. The Nigerian government wanted to stay so that they can help Nigeria. But to them, Nigerian government is not satisfying their needs, and because of that, they have to leave. Apart from nurses and doctors, other people also leave that have money to take care of themselves outside in the country. They leave, travel out, sell land. They sell land, sell houses, do many things, and they go out. Then the painful part of it are those that go to the Sahara Desert, that cross the Mediterranean Sea. Some of them die, some of them drown in the sea, some of them get arrested in Libya because they pass to Libya. Some of them get arrested and then they sent to jail. A lot of things happen. So in a nutshell, Japa is not actually the best for Nigeria. And yes, a good country, but the system of operation, the pattern of running Nigeria administration is not favorable to them. And as far as they are concerned, there's a better life there because of the story they have read. They need to leave and go. To them, they have to leave, and nobody can hold them down from leaving.
Wow. Wow. You know, our guest here has explained something, and it's really touching to know that Nigeria actually have a good seeds. We have good seed, but the land is fertile. But the farmer that's supposed to cultivate and control the seed is faulty.
It's faulty.
It's sad. It's sad. Sir, what do you have to say about this Japa thing? Because it's happening every day. Students want to leave. Medical professionals want to leave. Even people that are just artisans like everybody wants to
Want to
live,
live.
and they are living at the they don't care what happened to them. They prefer to risk their life. They prefer to go through the unknown. They prefer to bet their life rather than stay in Nigeria. What do you have to say about this Japa syndrome?
That this Japa of a thing is something that is surprising to me, because like everybody, those persons that are traveling, that are leaving the country, they are tired. Some of them, they have been graduate for 5 years, 10 years, no work. They are professionals. They went to school. They even have, some of them, they went to school, they had masters, and they have a skill, but nobody is patronizing them. There's no patronage, nothing. Everything is just anyhow. And some of them will just go to the village and say, okay, I have 5 plots of land. Instead of staying in hunger and penury, why not sell the 5 plots of land, maybe for 400,000 naira for each, and prepare my visa and leave the country? And that is how so many of them have gone out of the country. And they are living, some of them are living well outside Nigeria. So I think to some persons it's a good thing. Like my pastor always tells us in the church, he said jabbering is not the best for Nigerians. That the best thing is for you to discover what you have, like discover the solution you can offer to Nigeria, and after discovering the solution, you provide the solution, and that is where your success lies.
Alright.
Not in jabbering.
All right, thank you very much for that. I'm really inspired and touched by the worship you are putting out today. So I want to ask a question. This Japa syndrome, where is the fault coming from? Is it from the people or from the government? Because you know, most of our persons, most Nigerians that are actually doing very well outside the country, they came from Nigeria. They schooled in Nigeria. They were born in Nigeria. They grew up in Nigeria. They spent most of their life in Nigeria. But the moment they just cross over, give them 2 to 3 years, everything that seems difficult around their life, there's this sense of turnover. Or is it just a social media paparazzi? Or is it that there is something that works there that don't work here? How is the government contributing to this factor? We'd like to elaborate on that, sir.
Now, from all explanation or analysis, the fault is from the part of the government. Beside that, apart from the government, for me, I would just say those Japan, there's some element of greed. Yes, element of greed is saying that we are receiving 500k. Let's say we are receiving 500k as a medical doctor. Most of them they are receiving 500,000. There are, and some of them have private hospitals. With the wrong, most doctors have private hospitals.
Yes.
And you're receiving 500 from the government, and they have private hospitals. What do you? At least you can survive you can take up a lot of things with those things. But basically, the problem is from the government. A lot of things are not working in Nigeria. Just like a lot of things we have raised here. The power system is not working in Nigeria. The roads are bad. There are kidnappers in the country. There are banditry in the north and Boko Haram in the north. And a lot of the things are so expensive here in the country too. So when they weigh all this together and then they look at the money they get, despite 500,000, 600, even 700 or 800,000 they get in a month. When they weigh all these things, what they spend in the month, some of them is even more than the money they earn.
Yes.
And then when they look at then there's no power for them to use in their home. You see people spending money on gem, which is not supposed to be. And then to them, they have already studied and learned about the life over there. The money they pay them is far higher than the one Nigerian government is paying them. Just like what we said, those holding the elective offices, they are earning so much money, so much millions. Somebody going home with 20 million, 30 million in a month. The medical doctor that trained for about 7-8 years is earning 300,000-400,000 naira. Look at the gap now. Some of these political officials they are not as educated as these people, but they're earning so much money than these people. Then to them they feel like gather the money I can gather and let me live. Getting there it will better, and most of them actually when they get there it's better for them there. because of the money they pay them. When they come back to Nigeria, imagine somebody earning $1,000 in a month. Just think that way. Any $1,000 a month. 1.6 million naira. When you come to Nigeria, you don't come back. You come to Nigeria, you are a millionaire from then up. So to them, it's better to go. Although, as I understand, at the early time of getting there, it's not rosy.
It's easy,
Yes, if you hear the story, it's not rosy. The tax they pay, the rent they pay, the transport, everything they pay for all of them. But the fact that after paying all these things, they see some money left for them. When they come back to Naira, the money is good for them. That's why most of them feel like going there is better than remaining here.
And they prefer to bank on that. They prefer to bet on that. To actually, rather than staying in Nigeria, they prefer to do that.
There.
And even in the white man's land, the same white man land that when we go there to do some kind of work, it's all seen as slavery. So, sir, on your own part, how do you think that we can help? What's the role of the government to reduce this brain drain, to reduce the rate at which people travel overseas, the rate at which people want to seek greener pasture outside the shore of Nigeria? What do you think the government can do? Just in 1 minute.
Okay. Nigerian government should try and increase their salary for those that are working, mostly those in the medical field should increase their salaries, and any other thing that can be provided for sustainability for all those maybe those that are working in the offices, it should be done so that our people can remain in Nigeria.
Right.
Then sorry for the time. I still want to talk about our young ones, those ones 18, 19. You see them, they want to go into medicine, they want to go into nursing. The reason is not because that is where their interest lies, but most of them is because they are seeing
potentials.
They are seeing some of them. They saw their elder brother, elder sisters. They are outside Nigeria, and it is because they had the opportunity of going into this medical field. So that is why most of them are going there. And like I can see most of the higher institutions, they don't want to give admission to people who want to study medicine and nursing, maybe because they know some of them.
All right, thank you very much. I really love you to say more, but we don't have time. So quickly, in 1 minute, I want you to. There's a news I saw somewhere allegedly that the state governor wants the medical professional, nurses especially, to take an oath before they are awarded their certificate. What do you have to say about this?
So I read it. I think it's about last year or last 2 years. The oath of they will stay back for 5 years after graduation. No, for me, that is illegal. They said, why should you hold me down? They were not sponsored by the government of the nation.
To school,
Their parents sponsored them. Some were on self-sponsorship. Then after they graduated, you now say,
want me to
I
stay
should
behind.
take oath. That is aberration.
It's an abomination.
So they should not hold them, but they have rights to remain or right to Japa as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Yes,
Thank you very much, sir. Viewers at home, we've heard it all. The Japa syndrome and how it has affected us as a nation, how it has affected us as individuals. We leave the comment section for you to comment and put your thoughts about this topic. The Japa syndrome has been reoccurring, it has been happening, and people want to leave. People want to go outside. They want to go for greener pastures. They want to go for a better life. But we can actually create one better life here in Nigeria. That is if our government will actually stand with the oath they took at the time of election, the oath they took at the time of swearing in. They can stand by their promises and use our taxpayer money. I use the word taxpayer money because it's not their money, it's taxpayer money, and use it effectively to develop our roads, provide for us the basic amenity that we need, and fight insecurity, and don't use insecurity as a political tool during election or during as a way of campaigning. It's not. Yes, we need people that are ready to work. We need Nigerians to work, and because of our time, we are going to wrap it up here. I remain your humble host, Abu Michael Danjuma. Peace out.
You're a great man.